Let's talk about Arunachala and Ramana Maharishi.
Okay.
Which topic would you like to speak about first?
Well, Arunachala is that whole hill is supposed to be Shiva himself. And that's where he, as I said, Shiva is supposed to have manifested himself as a column of fire. Both Brahma and Vishnu were first asked to find out where it started, where the column started, where it ended. So Brahma took the form of a swan and he flew up to find out the top of the column. And Vishnu took the form of a boar and went out in the bowels of the earth to find out where it started from. So Vishnu came back after some time and said, I can't find the beginning of that column of fire. It's beginningless. And Brahma went up and he of course, he couldn't find the end either. Then he saw the Kiora flower. It's a Kiora flower, it's a cactus flower. Very beautiful flower. It's got a beautiful smell. Now, it was coming down obviously from Shiva's head, maybe. It was falling down. So he asked her, where do you come from? So she said, I'm coming from Shiva's hair. So he said, can you tell Shiva that I have been to I've seen the top. So she wasn't very happy about it, but she agreed. Persuasion by Brahma, after all. So she said, okay. So they came down and Brahma said, I've seen the top. And there is this flower here is going to verify. Is going to say that I have seen it. She is proof. So she couldn't say anything. And Shiva gave one look at her and said, look, you are a big liar. And from now on, you are not going to be taken in my puja anymore. So the poor Kiora flower is never used in his puja anymore. And then he cursed Brahma also that you have told a lie. And not only that, you got that poor flower also to stand witness to your lie. So he said, you will never be worshipped anywhere. That's why we hardly ever see any temples to Brahma. Only in Pushkar there's one. And I think there's one more place. Anyway, and Vishnu, he said, you will be worshipped everywhere. Everywhere you'll be worshipped. So today is the day when he brought out that column of fire, Arunachala. And an amazing thing is that the temple of Arunachala, there is a corridor when you go into the shrine, when you go to the lingam, when you just go down that corridor, you become very, very hot. It's as if you're walking in a tunnel of fire or something. It's very hot. So it's he has manifested his 5 elements in 5 different temples. So this is as Agni Linga is in Arunachala.
That's why Ramana Maharishi chose to stay there?
No, Ramana Maharishi, he was born somewhere close by. So he came there, he left his home and he came to Arunachala. And he was actually living in one of the, down below in one of the, right under the temple, I think, for a long time. And he was actually eaten up by termites and all that when they found him, and they forcefully brought him up. And somebody used to go and give him some abhishek, or the milk or something they would go and give him. So he existed on that, and eventually they brought him up and forcibly made him sit. At first they thought he was mad, of course. But later on, they realized that he was a totally enlightened sage.
When he was a baby and a child, they thought he was mad.
Child. He left after he was schooling, I think, and he left. He just ran away from there, and he went and stayed in the temple of Arunachala. Yeah.
I remember when I was in college and I didn't even understand Sanatan Dharma in its truest sense. Probably the only spiritual practice I had was reading Hanuman Chalisa regularly. But I saw Ramana Maharishi pop up on my Instagram. And the captions would always answer the questions that I had at that phase of my life as a 20-year-old. I was also suffering a lot, but my suffering would somewhat get softened because of those captions from the Ramana Maharishi page.
Oh, really?
And I'd always feel like that page was speaking to me. That was my first encounter with Ramana Maharishi.
Yeah.
And obviously when you go back to those captions, when you go back to that page and read it now, after, a decade since college, a decade of learning, of meeting people like yourself, you gain even deeper meaning from those same quotes of Ramana Maharishi.
So on his 100th, I think, centenary, they had given posted a photo of his, very powerful photo with her eyes following you everywhere around, wherever you are. So I was very anxious to get a small one because, just a small wall. And we had all small photos of all these great souls. So I wanted a small one of that same time. So I asked everybody all around, I've asked, can you get me a small one of that? Somehow it didn't work out. Now we have two temples, to Badrinath and Kedarnath in our ashram. So in those days, in the early morning, I was the one who used to go and open the temple doors. So the gate would be locked, and I was the one always to go in and open this thing. So then, early morning, 5 o'clock. So I really didn't see anything much. Then I unlocked and came out. After I opened the door of this thing and lit the lamp and so on, and came out, and I was struck by something hanging on this wall outside the wall, and it's a huge, huge frame of the exact replica of Ramana Maharshi, which I had wanted, which they had brought out for his 100th centenary. And it was a huge frame and hanging there. And of course, as I told you, the gates were locked in the night, and I was the first one to go and open it. So I asked around, I asked many people, do you know where this came from? How did it get here? Nobody could answer where it came. And it was so big that I couldn't possibly put it there because it was bigger than my own guru. So I've kept it in my room now, in my bedroom, so that, because it's such a huge frame. And I find his eyes watching, what are you doing? Have you finished your sadhana? Have you done your meditation? And so on and so forth.
I feel that about all the photos I've ever seen of Ramana Maharshi.
Yes.
His eyes are very alive.
Yeah.
But that's what I used to question back in college as well, that who is this sage?
Okay.
Why are his eyes so alive?
Uh-huh.
And when you feel that about a sage, and there's so many photos of sages. My family has a guru called Rang Avdut Guru Maharaj. Bapuji from Gujarat. Felt that about him as well. That his eyes were just watching the whole family.
Yeah.
So when you feel that while looking at a photo of a sage or a saint, does that mean that they're still in this realm actually watching?
Yes, exactly. Very good question. I always tell people that all these sages they can choose. The enlightened soul, they can choose whether they want to leave this realm forever and merge into the Supreme, or whether they want to hang around. And some who are very, very compassionate, I think they opt to hang around this let's say not ecosphere actually, but this sphere of which we are very close to us. That's why we have these logas. So many logas. We have 7 logas above, 7 logas below. Okay. So they are in one of the logas which are very close to us, to Bhuloga. Bhuloga is the Earth planet. So then, and if you appeal to them, they will certainly help you.
If you appeal to them?
Yeah.
You mean if you call out?
Yes.
I do feel my family's guru with me specifically very heavily.
Yeah, very good.
Sages are slightly more available and accessible to us than deities. Am I thinking correct, wrong?
Yeah, those sages who are, and those sages, these great sages who are already one with the divine, there's no difference between them and the deities, because they're already one with the divine. They're not human anymore.